Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, and I am going to be going to my mother's house today and just visit. Get all these cookbooks out of the way in the background. But I wanted to make them some, muffins. Not muffins, maybe loaf, actually. I've got some of my fresh blueberries. I've rinsed them. And I'm going to put just a coating of sugar. This is the only granulated sugar that I'm going to use. It's just those 2 tablespoons. If you can see that or not, I'm just leaving stuff all around. And just a little bit of self-rising flour. Give that a mix up. Get those coated pretty nicely. Alright. But I'm going to make, get that leaf out of there. Didn't get that leaf out. I'm going to make them a loaf of blueberry bread and a loaf of banana bread. So sorry, I hope that didn't get your ears too good with that ringing. Preacher Steve is very mouthy this morning, so you are probably most definitely going to hear him in the background. As we speak, he just goes. That's okay though. Preacher Steve, you just do what you gotta do. I don't think I can fit that in there. I don't know what has happened to all of my little measuring cups, but we're going to find them. They're not in there. Give me just a second, guys. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. All right, guys. I'm wondering if I should make a couple of loaves of the blueberry. One for my husband. Okay, so what I'm doing now, besides making an entirely complete mess, I am getting about 2 cups of self-rising flour. And y'all know I don't cook with recipes unless I'm cooking out of one of those depression cookbooks. I don't typically do recipes. It's just not what I do. I do like baking with self-rising flour because then I don't have to kind of measure in the baking soda and all of that stuff. The baking powder, rather. Okay, so to this mixture, I am going to try the blue agave organic natural sweetener to see if this might be better for my dad. And it's supposed to be pretty sweet. So I'm just going to add that in there. I'm also going to put in a couple of tablespoons of vanilla and some milk. Not a whole lot of milk because that agave sugar is pretty fluid. It's just real liquidy. Alright, I hope this turns out good. I mean, I've never baked with this type of sugar before. I think what I might do is add just a little bit more baking soda though. Just because I have trust issues. And I want to make sure it rises pretty good. So, let's just open up into my trust issues. I'm just going to put just a little bit. Y'all, I love these spoons and the utensils that I got from Aldi. They're beautiful. They're so pleasing to my eyeballs. All right, I am definitely going to need some more milk. So about, maybe a half a cup of milk is what I've put in so far. All right, I think that's going to do it. Let me add just a little bit Wow, I did a pretty decent portion of the agave. Maybe, let me taste it, y'all. Let me just taste it and see. Oh yeah, yeah, that's going to be plenty sweet. That is going to be plenty sweet. And I think I'm going to add just a little bit more milk. And maybe an egg. Let me grab an egg. Well, guys, I entirely missed the whole recording of me scooping it in the pan. All I did was just lightly coat the pan with the butter spray and a little bit of flour. And of course, I poured the mixture in. I set my timer. I'm going to check it at about the 20-minute mark. All right, so I know most of the time in banana bread, it has either walnuts or pecans. I do not have any walnuts or pecans, but I do have some almonds that I need to use up. So I'm just going to cut these into little pieces, and I'm going to see what it tastes like with almonds. Hopefully it'll be pretty decent. So let me get these cut up and I'll bring you right back. Alright, I've got my almonds chopped up. I'm just going to set them to the side. Now I am going to mush up my bananas. And I've got my bowl clean. I'm just going to mix it all in together. Just going rogue. Alright. That was a pretty decently ripe banana. And the other one that I'm going to be using is not as ripe. That's okay. I might do 2 bananas, I'm not sure, or 3 rather. Alright. Get this in here and just mush that up. Well, that was pretty ripe. It wasn't as stiff as I thought it would be. Okay. Yeah, let me do one more banana. Because I've got to make 2 loaves, one for my husband and one for my mother and father. I hope you guys had a good restful night last night. And I dreamed all night. I've been dreaming some weird stuff. The other night I dreamed that me and my husband were fighting off dinosaurs. But I was packing, y'all. I had my little high top boots on and I had 2 guns in each. I was double fisting with guns. It was craziness. Absolute craziness. I don't know where or why. But I was dreaming it. Pretty sure that was not a prophetic dream from God. Not all dreams you have are from God, guys, just so you know. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and put an egg in here. And I can't tell if it's going to rain today or not. Let me do 2 eggs because this is those 2 loaves. So, and I did not put salt in the blueberry, which I'm sure it's gonna be okay. But that is a step that I left out. Now I'm not going to put salt in the banana because the almonds that I am using, they're salted. Okay, so now I'm just going to mix this up. And I'm going to put in, pay attention, Stephanie, I almost put peppermint in that. That would not have been good. About 3 tablespoons of vanilla. And I'm going to use quite a bit of this agave. Almost top that bottle off. Alright, let me get that mixed up. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. I wish I could smell it. I'm going to put in about 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Alright, so I'm going to stir this flour in, and then I'll add some milk to it. And then I will add in the almonds. Right, let me get the milk in there. That was about a cup of milk. Gosh, it smells so fantastic, y'all. My goodness. I'm excited about this sweetener because it's organic and it's all natural, and I feel like, and this is not a medical professional statement, okay? So just, this is what's in my brain. But I feel like with all the processing that we do with our sugars and our foods and everything, and kind of straying away from the natural, I feel like between that and medications, that is where people start to have sugar issues. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a medical professional, so please don't take that as advice. I would talk to your doctor about that before you believe anything I say in the medical field. Now, my sister would know more than I would. She actually, she's a nurse, but she totally straight up should have been a doctor, because anytime you call her with an ailment, she'll straight up tell you what it is without even going to the doctor first. And when you go to the doctor and you find out, it's exactly what she said it was. And I mean, it's a multitude of things. It's not just one thing. You can literally ask her anything and she'll be like, oh yeah, well, let me tell you, this is what that is, and this is what will help with that. And when you go to your doctor, you find out, oh, she's kind of on top of her game. So, definitely seek medical advice before you listen to anything your girl over here has to say. But that's just kind of what I feel. I feel like we've done this to ourselves, because I haven't looked at statistics, but I've heard people and watched people on YouTube talk about how America is very unhealthy and we're all diabetics, and we're like one of the only countries that have this high rate of diabetes. So, but we also use things that are outlawed and banned in other countries as far as ingredients and preservatives and stuff. So it just makes me wonder if, the root of our health problems is the stuff we're eating. And so, yeah. All right, so I'm not going to mix that too hard. I am going to put just a little bit more baking powder in here, because y'all know the trust issues. That was about a tablespoon. It looks like a lot more because I spread it out, but it wasn't. It was just about a tablespoon. Check on that. Oh my gosh, y'all. The blueberry bread looks so good. It actually looks beautiful. All right. Okay, so, and I am going to give this just a little bit of a taste for the sweetness check, because I want to, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I'm so gonna love that sweetener. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with about half of the chopped almonds. I'm going to save the other for the top of both loaves. Okay, y'all, so I pulled out the blueberry, and because I'm going to cover the top of it with foil, because I don't want it to get too brown on top. But look how beautiful that looks, y'all. That looks beautiful. All right. And I'm going to put that back in the oven. I'm going to spray my pans. Get just a little bit of flour. And see, if you're doing 2 pans, you can use them as buffers and catchers of the flour. How smart is that? That way you don't waste any. Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. See how beautiful that is? Now I'm going to do the same over here. Just let it catch up that flour and not make a mess everywhere. All right, perfect. Okay, now I'm going to pour in my mixture. Into both. Make sure those nuts are all oh gosh, y'all, this smells so good. So incredibly good. Alright, so now these are going to go in as well, and I will check them when this timer goes off. But I'm going to put these in uncovered first as well, and then I'll cover them as they darken up. There we go. Alright, I will bring you guys back for the finished result. You know what I forgot to do, y'all? I'm going to have to pull those back out. Y'all got to watch me. I will forget things. I'll pull them back out real quick, because I forgot to put the nuts on the top. Now, if I wanted to be really unhealthy, I would have coated the nuts with sugar, kind of candied them. But my husband is a diabetic, and my dad is. So I try to cut corners. But if this was for me and my mom, I'd straight up would have candied those almonds with a little bit of sugar and baked them with sugar and cinnamon. Ooh, that would have been amazing on that. The show. All right, but we got to take care of the men in our lives. So, all right, guys, I will bring you back when it's done. All right, guys, this is the finished banana bread. Now I am headed to my mama's. I love you guys. Please go to church in the morning somewhere. This is the loaf that I am leaving for my husband. But yeah, please go to church somewhere in the morning. Just fellowship with the Father. He wants to hear from you. I love you guys, but Jesus loves y'all more. Bye.